Hello everyone, welcome. If you're new or relatively new to learning Spanish, one thing that you should absolutely know, like the back of your hand, is the complete list of Spanish subject pronouns. You'll have to use them every day, all day long. So let's take a look at first the singular subject pronouns. How do you say I in Spanish? That is yo, yo. You, singular you, when addressing one person, it makes a difference in Spanish, is either tú or vos. Tú and vos are informal. You're much more likely to encounter tú. Vos is used in some Spanish-speaking countries, and of course they mean the same thing. They mean you. And again, you will only use these when addressing a person that you know well. The other word for you, the singular word for you, is usted, and this is the one that you are most likely to encounter, and this is the one that you'll need to use when speaking with patients in a professional setting. We always use usted in Spanish. He, él, and notice it has an accent mark. That's to distinguish it from the word that means the masculine word for the, and that one doesn't have an accent mark. So él with the accent mark means he. Él without the accent mark means the. They are pronounced the same. The word for she is ella. Ella. The double L is pronounced like a Y, so ella. Ella. And the word for it, surprisingly in Spanish, there is no subject pronoun for the word it. It's understood in the expression that you use, and I'll give you a few examples in just a minute. Okay, so be sure you know these like the back of your hand, and let's move on to the plural subject pronouns. How do you say we in Spanish? You say nosotros or nosotras. And depending on the group of people that is using the word we, if it's a group of entirely males, we'll use nosotros. If it's a mixed group of males and females, you still traditionally use nosotros. However, in modern times, if there are more females than males, the group might use nosotras. Nosotras is also for a group of only females. So it just depends on the group of speakers, whether you choose nosotros or nosotras. Both of them mean we. The you plural, we have two different options. Informally, addressing a group of people as you in Spanish, you'll use ustedes. It can also be a group of people in a formal setting. You'll also say ustedes. Vosotros and vosotras are used primarily in Spain. So if you're practicing medicine in Spain, of course, you'll hear vosotros and vosotras. But remember, vosotros and vosotras is addressing a group of people in an informal situation. So you're less likely to use it in a professional setting, although, again, you may hear it. The difference between vosotros and vosotras, vosotros is addressing a group of males or a mixed group of males and females, and then vosotras is for a group of females or mostly females. The word for they is either ellos or ellas. Again, ellos for a group of males or a mixed group, males and females. When you want to say they, talking about a group, again, for males, ellos, males and females mixed, ellos. Ellas is primarily for a group of females, if you're talking about a group of females. Okay, so there you have it for all the subject pronouns. Let's look at some examples. To tell a patient, I am your doctor, you will say, yo soy su doctora, if you're female. Yo soy su doctor, if you're male. In Spanish, subject pronouns are optional if that subject pronoun is understood by the form of the verb. Soy only goes with yo, so we can eliminate the yo. Most Spanish speakers will not use it when they speak. They will simply say, soy su doctora or soy su doctor. I am your nurse. For females, soy su enfermera. Males, soy su enfermero. Soy su enfermera. Soy su enfermero. If you want to tell someone you are very kind, you're very kind. If it's someone you know very well, you will say, tú eres muy amable. Tú eres muy amable. The tú is optional because of the verb form, so you can simply say eres muy amable. Again, remember you're only saying this to someone that you know well. If you live in South America where vos is used, you can say sos muy amable. Sos muy amable. You are very kind, you're very kind. Usted es muy amable. This is the one that you are more likely to use, especially in a professional setting. Always use the usted instead of the tú or the vos. Usted es muy amable. You are very kind. He is a doctor. Él es doctor. Él es doctor. In Spanish, we don't use an indefinite article to express profession. So to say he is a doctor, in English we throw in a, but in Spanish we just simply say él es doctor, which translates literally to he is doctor. You just have to accept that this is the way of expressing it in Spanish. He is a doctor, él es doctor. She is a doctor. Ella es doctora. Ella es doctora. It is interesting or it's interesting. This is the case where there is no subject pronoun in Spanish for it. You simply have to use the right verb form and, of course, the adjective. So to say it is interesting in Spanish, we simply say es interesante. Es interesante. And I know it sounds strange for a native English speaker to simply say is interesting, but in Spanish the it is understood in this case. Es interesante, it is interesting. If you want to say it's terrible, you would say es terrible, es terrible. It's good, es bueno, es bueno. Again, the it is simply understood. We are nurses. Nosotros somos enfermeros, for male nurses. Nosotras somos enfermeras, for female nurses. The nosotros or nosotras is not likely to be used, so you will simply hear somos enfermeros or somos enfermeras. You are nice, you are kind, so this is plural, addressing more than one person. Ustedes son simpáticos if you are addressing a group of males or a mixed group of males and females. We have a special form for that, simpáticos. For a group of only females, ustedes son simpáticas. You are nice. You are kind. You're kind. If you live in Spain, vosotros sois amables or vosotras sois amables or simply sois amables. They are surgeons or they're surgeons. Talking about a group of males or a mixed group of males and females. Ellos son cirujanos. Ellos son cirujanos. Talking about a group of only females. Ellas son cirujanas. Well, that's it for subject pronouns. I hope this lesson helped you to understand them better, and I look forward to seeing you in the next lesson.